You've probably seen those new iPhone 17 Pro renders floating around. Yes, the ones showing a horizontal rear camera bar. And like clockwork, comparisons started rolling in, with many claiming Apple is copying Google's Pixel design. Some are even calling it Pixel envy. But before we go any further, let's get something clear. Not all iPhone 17 models are part of this so-called camera bar revolution. The base iPhone 17 and the iPhone 17 Air, they don't look anything like a Pixel from the back. Even the camera. Bars on the Pro models, if we can call them that, aren't exactly carbon copies of the sleek, polished bars we see on Pixel devices. But still, it hasn't stopped the internet from doing what it does best, drawing comparisons and pointing fingers. Now, here's where things get fun. Google didn't stay quiet about these accusations of Apple borrowing design ideas. In true Google fashion, they responded with humor and turned it into a brand new Giro Best Phones Forever ad. If you've never seen one of these, you're missing out. They're short, clever animations that show the Pixel and iPhone as old buddies, constantly teasing each other in the most entertaining ways. The latest one is called Responding to the Rumors, and it's exactly what you'd expect from Google. In this episode, Pixel and iPhone are co-hosting a podcast. The topic? You guessed it, the rumors about the iPhone 17's new camera design and everything else that's supposedly coming with the redesign. At one point in the ad, a tech blog headline pops up, iPhone 17 leaks look a lot like Google Pixel. iPhone reads it aloud and then drops a line that hits the nail on the head. Can you imagine me doing the same thing you did first years later? Oof, that's a not-so-subtle nod to the many times Apple has borrowed features from the, Pixel.Pixel, of course, plays it cool. And then the ad shifts into flashback mode, highlighting specific moments where Apple followed in Google's footsteps. Night sight, anyone? Google dropped that in 2018 and it changed the game for low light photography. A year later, Apple came out with night mode. Sound familiar? Then there's Magic Eraser, the Pixel's tool that lets you remove unwanted objects from photos. It launched in 2021 and quickly became one of the most talked about features in smartphone photography. Apple introduced its own version, Cleanup, just last year. Coincidence? Probably not. And don't forget widgets. Android users have had them forever, since the very first Pixel launched in 2016. iOS didn't get real widgets until iOS 14 in 2020, a full 4 years later. So while some are joking that Apple is turning the iPhone into a Pixel clone, Google's poking fun at the situation while cleverly reminding everyone where some of those new features originally came from. And let's be honest, Google's not exactly sweating it. The company is gearing up to unveil the Pixel 10 series at Google I/O later this month on May 20th and 21st. The event will be held at the Shoreline Amphitheater in Mountain View, California, and it's expected to showcase a lot of exciting developments. One of the biggest reveals will be the new Tensor G5 chip. Unlike previous Tensor chips, which were co-developed with Samsung, this one is fully designed by Google and built by TSMC using their cutting-edge 3nm in N3P process. That's a huge step forward, and it signals that Google is getting more serious than ever about hardware. So what's the takeaway here? While Apple fans are buzzing over the iPhone 17's rumored design changes, especially that horizontal camera bar, Google's just sitting back, laughing a little, and rolling out another clever ad to remind everyone who did it first. Sure, imitation might be the sincerest form of flattery, but for Google, it's also an opportunity to flex a bit. And who can blame them? Whether it's camera tech, photo editing tools, or home screen widgets, Google has often been a step ahead, and they're not shy about pointing that out in the most playful way possible. So the next time you see someone claim Apple is copying Pixel, remember, this rivalry isn't just about hardware, it's about ideas, features, and a whole lot of friendly shade. And if Google's having this much fun with it, maybe we should too. Let's see what both companies bring next, because when iPhone and Pixel compete, we all win. What do you think about it? Share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.